محمد صلى الله على محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم صلى الله عليه وسلم.
بسم الله والحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وآله وصحبه ومن اهتدى بهداه. أما بعد. Chapter number 73. When breaking fast in someone's home. So someone invites me. I'm fasting. It's Ramadan. I break my fast. What should I say? Hadith number 184. You should say this dua after eating at their place. And generally speaking, you should also say this dua when you eat a normal meal, even if you're not fasting. But the Prophet used to say this when he was fasting. He used to say,
أفطر عندكم الصائمون وأكل طعامكم الأبرار وصلت عليكم الملائكة.
أفطر عندكم الصائمون وأكل طعامكم الأبرار وصلت عليكم الملائكة. May the fasting people, that is, break their fast in your home. And the host would say, hey, whoa. Why would I bring people fasting to break their fast in my home? Akhi, whoever breaks his fast with your food, you get his reward. So this is a great dua, because the more people break their fast in your home, you will get their reward of fasting the whole day just by feeding them. So may the fasting people break their fast in your home, and may the dutiful and pious eat your food. And this is also a good dua, because the Prophet said, ﷺ, do not associate yourself except with believers, and do not let people eat your food except the righteous one. And finally, and may the angels send prayers upon you. Wow, it's just a meal. But when I know that I'm getting this dua, I'd be more encouraged to invite people and to show my generosity, hoping that Allah would answer their du'as. And chapter 74, supplication said by one fasting when presented with food and does not break his fast. And this happens a lot in Hadith 185.
إذا دعي أحدكم فليجب فإن كان صائما فليصلي وإن كان مفطرا فليطعم ومعنى فليصلي أي فليدعو.
If you are invited to a meal, then answer. If you happen to be fasting, then supplicate for those present. And if you are not fasting, then eat. What does this mean? Every Monday and Thursday, you're used to fasting. Now, you go and someone invites you. You attend. He presents you with the food. If you're not fasting, Bismillah and eat. But if you're fasting, lots of the people say, should I break my fast and eat? And the answer is no. The Prophet tells you to continue to fast, but make dua for those present, for your host, so that you would make them feel good. Though you did not eat their food, at least you compensated them by beautiful words and a nice dua. Chapter 75, when insulted while fasting. What does that mean? It means that we are ordered to restrain ourselves more when we're fasting. Yes, normal conditions, someone insults me, someone wants to pick a fight, I should refrain. But I have to do this more if I'm fasting. And the Prophet ﷺ told us that when someone insults you or wants to pick a fight with you, you should say to them,
إني صائم إني صائم.
I'm fasting, I'm fasting. And scholars differed. Do I say this to him verbally so that he knows that if I were not fasting, I would have retaliated? Or should I say this to myself? It can be both ways. but it indicates that you have to refrain and not carry on with your emotions or retaliate. The following chapter deals with a different story and topic, and that is supplication said upon seeing the early or premature fruit. And this is for farmers. What do farmers do? You know, farmers invest a lot of their time and effort in preparing their land, anticipating 3 months, maybe 5, maybe 6 months for the fruit to grow. And then they can harvest it and sell it and make money out of that. This is their life. So the Prophet ﷺ told us what to do and taught us what to say whenever we see the beginning of the harvest coming. The premature fruit is showing, which means that inshallah there is hope in a good harvest. The Prophet used to teach us and used to say,
اللهم بارك لنا في ثمرنا وبارك لنا في مدينتنا وبارك لنا في صاعنا وبارك لنا في مدنا.
O Allah, bless our fruit, because it's premature. So we want Allah's blessing so it blossoms and becomes full and complete. O Allah, bless our fruit for us. Bless our town for us. And the translation of town is probable, but I would presume that a better translation would be our Medina, the city of the Prophet ﷺ, known as Medina, because this is Barik lana fi Madinatina, not our town, rather this Medina, similar to Mecca. And this is why in other ahadith the Prophet used to make dua for Allah to bless Mecca, to bless Medina, and to bless Ash-Sham, and to bless Yemen. So these are indications for the blessings to be specific for these areas. So bless our Medina for us. Bless our Sa' for us, and bless our Mud for us. What is Sa' and what is Mud? Sa' is a measurement of size, and Mud is also a measurement of size. Sa' is equivalent to 4 mud. So what is a mud? A mud is what gathers in the palms of your hand. So if you take a scoop with both hands, this is called mud. And if you fill it up, by the way, it's approximately 700 milliliters if it were a liquid, because this is what the Prophet ﷺ used to perform wudu with. And with 4 scoops of that is a sa', the Prophet ﷺ used to perform a total bath. So the Prophet is asking Allah for barakah, for blessing, when he sees this premature fruit, so that Allah would bless the way they weigh their fruits, their grains, their dates, with the mud and with the sa'. And when the blessings is there, then everything is fine. This is all the time we have. Until we meet next time, I leave you fi amanillah. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Sallallahu ala Muhammad, sallallahu ala Muhammad, sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Sallallahu alayhi wa sallam.